faster, you could stay static. Life is a beautiful madness. You can move faster, you can stay static. Let's get dramatic. You can move faster, you can move faster. Yeah, I really did that. Let's get dramatic. Why would I live in the real world when I'm living in the
after that Gen G series. Instead, OG, they lose 1-goal games for all three. This is the kind of one where you look at the score back just at a glance and you think, you know, it's not, it was a sweet victory, it's actually really different. Disappointingly in that game, Nolly only achieving 76 points himself.
I'm not making any jokes about that. I feel like I would be so mean right now. But like you said, you look at it from a glance, this does not tell the story of what we just saw. OG Esports put up, in my opinion, honestly, a defensive masterclass. To be able to keep it at a 1-goal deficit for each game, that is a really big deal for the amount of shots and very, and I go back to the word methodical, because everything Furia did was so intentional. But right now, it's just celebrations and smiles for the end of Furia. They're chilling. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way to open up the games.
Yeah, for sure. Gen G though, so not Gen G, oh sorry. OG, they have now suffered their first loss. As I said before, they have gone 1-3 in both majors so far in the Swiss stage. That is one of their 3 already ticked off. I think everybody, most people want to see them achieve more than a 1-3. At least make it to round 5, boys. Power have done that a few times.
It's definitely not impossible for them to you know, make a new story for themselves here. But you look back at the Bubble 1 high-performance replay, it's not even a high-performance replay, it's the Fury montage.
Yeah, we had a cracking load of goals there. We didn't see the goals either. Saves that we saw come through from Jan in particular. Very impressive showing from Fury. 1-goal games, they get a victory 3-0 over OG. And in the centre of the sphere, we have Leaf talking to Dravinia.
That's right, once again, Dravinia, I feel like we're becoming best friends at this point. You're up here a lot.
Yeah, we are, bro.
I love it. Now, you guys just had a nice 3-0 sweep. You got through that one quick. The casters are saying maybe a game 5. In your head, did you expect that to be maybe a longer series?
No, I think no, they are a pretty good team, you know, but I think we prepared a lot for this match and this tournament, so we were pretty confident that we could win 3-0 against them.
Well, I want to ask for that because obviously looking all the way back to Copenhagen, quarterfinals dropouts, but then looking forward to London with semifinals dropouts. You guys are on a good track for at least a grand finals, but a win would take 2 steps forward. Have you guys been prepping those 2 steps forward, and do you feel like you're there?
Yeah, I think for this tournament, we have a staff big tournament, you know, so
Tell me about the staff behind the scenes, because we talk about that sometimes, but not enough. How much support you guys get to be able to do your jobs right?
I think it's a lot, you know. Our coach, our manager, everything on the staff, psychologists, everything just help us to focus only on the game and do our best on the pitch.
Is there one specific thing from the psychologist that's helped you maybe focus better, or that you've learned, or been able to look at life in a new way? Is there anything particular?
Yeah, I think when we prepare for a series, we normally do our respiration, you know, like we do a lot of that, so it helps us to be like light in the series, to cheer a lot and be happy, everything. So
Right.
it helps us a lot.
Breathing helps you think better.
Yeah.
Everyone should try it at home. Breathing is good for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, on your team, you have Yan. I want you to tell me about him quick. He's the two-time SAM MVP right now. Is he a player that takes a lot of charge, or how is the responsibility in terms of leadership distributed on the team?
I think normally I'm the leader on the team. Normally it's me and Mateus.
Right.
That is the coach. Normally we are the leaders and we just say, lost in the end, do your thing, and that's it, you know?
That's a guy you could say that to. One last thing before I let you go. How you liking the setup here where everybody's, I know you guys like the yellow cross. Do you like the setup?
Yeah, I think it's different, but it's super cool.
Right.
Like we were preparing for the series and we're seeing Paulo and Genji playing like here, so
Right.
it's amazing.
It's super fun. Anyways, you got the first dub out of the way. You guys are looking good, and hopefully you can make that championship run.
Thank you.
We have a few more matches to get on through. We aren't quite done yet. Oxygen versus BDS is going to be our next matchup. We're not slowing down. Day one carries on strong.
an upset. Gibbs said we would always have one, and today it was power over Gen G. At this point, you're starting to wonder how much of an upset it actually is. No, Gen G on day one. What do they do, man?
That was just domination. Obviously, Furia, they get the job done versus OG. The offense of OG just hasn't been found in any of these majors or world championships yet. But power, not only did they beat Gen G, you expect an upset, maybe close game 5, very low scoring, back and forth. No, they just destroyed 5-2, 3-2, 4-0 in their final game. Power showing that they want that top 8.
That was I don't know. We were talking about the aggressive offense for Power up here on the desk. And we're like, as long as they don't make mistakes, it's hard to deal with. And very few mistakes from that team on that game series. They put them away, Stacks.
Yeah, it was impressive watching a team that didn't feel intimidated. I mean, you look at an OCE team, they're playing against North America, you think, okay, they're punching up, they're punching over their weight class. No, first of all, they gave Gen G all they could ask for. And Gen G just didn't look like a team that had prepared very well for this event. And that's kind of a knock on most NA teams that aren't G2. It's like, what is your preparation for an event like this? And it just seems like, I don't know, maybe the hours just aren't up for some of those teams because they come out to these events and they look flat early on.
Well, they have a little bit of time here to get the gears rolling for them. They'll guarantee at least 2 more days of competition. We'll see if Gen G shows up in a different form tomorrow. Here is the schedule for the day. We're through 6 of our 8 matches, only 2 left to play. Army Corps versus Space Station coming up a little bit later on, but for now, let's start talking about an EU versus EU battle and talking about Oxygen in particular here, Bates. Nobody expected them to be here, especially Oxygen, up until about a few weeks ago.
Yep, nobody expected them to be here. They weren't supposed to be here. Got flexed. They got absolutely favored because they went 2-3. They had the chance to make it themselves without any extra additional happenings occurring, and they couldn't get the job done in London. And now they're here going up against the BDS squad that's coming off of a land victory. It's gonna be tough.
Well, let's introduce people to the squads here. We got Oxygen on one side, BDS on the other. The major reigning most recent event champion, land champion is the best way to put that one here. But let's talk about this Oxygen roster because again, for people that only watch the World Championship, there's usually some faces on here, and you're going, wait, that's Joyo, and he's not on Moist. What's he doing over here? Tell us. Let's talk about these players here, Stacks.
Yeah, you've got Joyo kind of joined the team late in all of this process. They're a team that can't beat BDS throughout the regular season, but you look at who he's got to work with here. I think at one point he said, it's really nice to have world-class teammates around him, and he certainly has that with Archie and Big Oscar.
I was not talking about the London split. Obviously, Oxygen was the 4th best team in Europe. K-Corp did not make it there, so Oxygen was playing well. They go into the Swiss. Everyone expected them to make a top 8. In that final round. But again, they get that golden ticket. They're here now. They weren't expected to be here 2 weeks ago. They got the call like, can you guys make it? And they're like, absolutely. We will show up and we will perform. So they're here. Playing for it all. They're the ultimate challengers in this entire tournament because they weren't expected to be here.
I'll tell you this too. In comparison to London, they're playing with absolute no threat to London. They had to perform in order to make the World Championship, and now I don't think a lot of people are picking them to win this World Championship. So now they're playing house money. They're gonna be having fun, and I expect the young man with the green hair now, the green hair, representing their organization, to ball out, Stacks.
Well, of course, and you can't plan for a team not making it to land for whatever reason, but every game matters, and that's why Oxygen's here.
On the other side, though, a team with legacy and story in this building. BDS won their World Championship at Dickies Arena in 2022. They're back to try and get it again. This is the first step.
BDS EWC champions, the most recent event. It was just 2.5 weeks ago, so they're going to ride that momentum into this event. Monkey Moon has been here before. He's a world champion. He knows what it means to take it down. Last year, fell just short. Made it to the grand finals in the Spring Major and the World Championship, falling to Vitality Brawley. He's a rookie on the squad, and you're like, all right, it's going to take a little time to get those land nerves out of the way. Well, no more land nerves. You're a land champion at this point, so they're ready for it.
Yeah, and it looks like almost a carbon copy of the last time that they won the World Championship. You remember, BDS looked like an absolute dumpster fire in London 2 years ago, and then they come back to Fort Worth and they win the whole thing. Yeah. And it was hard to look any worse than they did against Gentlemates. Granted, it is Gentlemates on the floor of London just a few months ago. But here they are, and they're coming off another land victory at the Esports World Cup. And now they look like as good a team as any to pick to win this whole thing.
And it was hard to look worse because that was the worst playoff history loss in the history of RLCS. BDS got absolutely destroyed, and it wasn't because the other team was playing so well. They were, but BDS we're just giving up everything. So BDS looked terrible, but they did bounce back and got the win, and that's why you got to play the games, as we always say. But Oxygen, again, you know, this is honeymoon phase 2. They get to just rejoin this roster. It's like, oh, we have something to play for all of a sudden. Let's go out and have some fun.
Think about the roster. You got Raleigh over there, who's still in his rookie season here, guys.
Yep.
This is, you were talking about this earlier, Bates. The World Championship is a different level of emotion for these players. Like, you can talk about the World Cups, you can talk about winning a major in London or in Copenhagen, you can talk about winning Dream Hacks or whatever, but like, they're all the same. They're all the same tournament. You're sitting behind a computer playing, it's the same speed, the same World Championship. Yes, Raleigh has won a land. Winning a World Championship, or even just competing in a World Championship is a different situation.
It's a different situation, but he should be comfortable right here. I mean, he's playing with Monkey Moon, arguably the greatest player in the open era of Rocket League. He expects to be at least making the top 8 of World Championship. Early, he expects to be in the grand final because he's had 2 opportunities to do it, and he's playing both times.
This is the only regional matchup we'll have in this first round, so you have to bring up the head-to-heads, right? They've played each other a lot, obviously, online. Well, BDS this season, 4-0 versus Oxygen. Last season, they were 2-0 versus Oxygen. In the history of these two organizations, Oxygen has never beaten BDS in the RLCS. They have beat them in like the grid back in the day or the field, but not in a mainline RLCS tournament. Oxygen has never beat them. BDS is 9-0 versus them. So BDS, the head-to-head is all theirs, but again, it's a different beast. We're at the World Championship. It's a different environment. Let's see how they battle.
So we'll get into it momentarily here. We're talking about how many world champions there are in the building here. Monkey Moon won his world championship alongside Seiko here 4 years ago.
What's he got to do with muscle champ?
Nobody can see his muscle, though. He doesn't understand. The computer is just blocking it. I will say that this match was interesting, though. And I'll tell you why. Because we just watched the Gen G Power matchup. And I think Power, when they're on, they kind of play a little bit like Oxygen. Oxygen, they're on, they just want to play aggressive, kind of just all over the place offense. And when that works, that works. But then BDS is kind of along the same lines as Gen G. Methodical, consistent RO gameplay. You saw Gen G get absolutely clapped earlier.
Yep.
Is that going to have to BDS?
When it falls apart, it falls apart. And it fell apart for BDS in London when they had the worst loss ever. So we know Monkey Moon. When he's losing, he's going to lean back in that chair, big sigh. You know, he's not doing any muscle poses. But when he's winning, he's just sitting there and he is confident as ever. So BDS is going to ride that game 1. We always say game 1's very important, and it is. But for BDS, momentum's huge.
Yeah, and people tend to forget just how incredible the story of Monkey Moon really is. Because remember, it was this calendar year, he was in an accident where he had like an injury to his hand. And you wouldn't know it by watching him play now. He's fully healed, he's overcome all of that, and BDS didn't really miss a step. Right? Well, no, BDS didn't miss a step through all that. I mean, he has been a grinder. He has battled throughout this whole season, and you know, I think that says a lot about the support system that the BDS organization has for their team as well.
He is the through line of the BDS legacy in Rocket League. That when this team showed up in the open era back in RLCSX and dominated that tournament like we've never seen a team dominate before. Of the players that were on that team, he's the only one still remaining here with BDS as they're trying to.
So we had an injury report, a hair report up, obviously, because we talked about this before. When you shave your head after you win something big, it's not good. Over Zero, Fairy Peak, Zen even. But when Joyo is dyeing his hair, I think the vibes are there. I think the vibes are there for Oxygen, the green dye, you know, for the team.
Okay.
When he's got the dyed hair, he plays phenomenal. I mean, Rocket League. So
When was the last time he didn't have dyed hair?
I think, well, the last time we saw him, his hair was not dyed. I'm pretty sure. What was it? Or at least it wasn't green. It wasn't green.
But he has played a couple tournaments without having his hair dyed.
And he didn't go that far. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Players still getting ready to go here, and this is. I'm excited for this match for one reason in particular. That it is a domestic match. While yes, BDS has beaten Oxygen every single time they play. And yeah, these two teams have played each other probably more times than any of the other matchups we've seen today.
And there was one off-season event, League Play Online, you know, and all the French teams said no. We don't want to participate in these. We're just going to scrim. We're going to do our thing. Oxygen was like, no, we want the reps anyway. We're not going to the World Championship. At that point, they didn't think they would be here, and they dominated that League Play. They took down all the rest of Europe. Does that matter? I don't know, because scrim results, I assume BDS is obviously competing very hard in those, but Oxygen at least had some games that matter throughout that offseason.
Chat, let us know who you think is going to win. Hashtag OXG for Oxygen, hashtag BDS for Team BDS. We've been making picks up here on the desk. We'll continue to do so through the last 3 matches of the day. Snacks, obviously BDS is the favorite on paper. Is there anything on in your brain or in your heart that's saying Oxygen's got a way to win this one?
Not particularly, no. I think that because BDS has been so dominant against them throughout this whole season, I mean, yes, I know it's hard to beat a team 5 times in a row. I think that's what Rosas said earlier. But no, I think that if you had to tell me to make a prediction, which I think that's what you're trying to do, I'm going to take BDS because I think these 2 coaches are actually very, very good. I know Snasky's great. Got back my triple trouble boy Cats.
So I bring up the online league play. I'm reaching, obviously. We had a little bit of delay. I'm reaching for Oxygen here. I'm like, yeah, they did great there. Of course, there's the off-season event, or not off-season, but during this time off. And BDS goes out on land and wins. BDS is that team. BDS is going to win this series.
Is that team BDS is going to win this series as well? Stack said no, not particularly. That's exactly what Oxygen's going to do. I think Oxygen's a good squad. I think BDS is a great squad. I'm going to go with BDS right here. Give it to me in 5, though. It's going to be a great game.
I also have BDS on this one for my prediction. The coin's been going with favorites all day. Can it find another one? It does. Comes up BDS for the coin here.
Coin knows ball.
That is a clean sweep. 6 predictions. Or 5 predictions. My brain added the coin here. The coin has its own graphic down there. I love that one. But chat feels pretty close on this one. Oxygen fans showing up here, hoping to find a way through. We'll see if they can do it, folks. Let's get into one more match on the day. We got 2 left for you guys. I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be a good time. Oxygen, they've been in this situation before. It's never quite gone their way. This is their time. Oxygen versus BDS for the World Championship.
Champions, we've got World Cup champions, and against a surprise green guest. I'm really excited for this match, guys.
This is going to be a good one. Team BDS versus Oxygen. Oxygen gifted a chance here to play at the World Championship. How are they going to go up against Team BDS, who just got finished taking down a Team Falcons at EWC? Game 1 brought to you by Progressive. Start.
This is already early offense for Team BDS, but Archie setting this up, dumps it deep. Well, Monkey Moon has the beat. Team BDS going to curve. He's going to get the catch to slow down that midfield. So let's see what Joyo can do with a full tank off the ceiling. Got the dash and gets away from a few members from the other side.
A lot of people are going to be taking a look at Archie here specifically. He had a tough time getting started in the last land in London. Keep in mind there was a lot of pressure on him individually, but he is going to be the one that people have eyes on. Can he be able to just get things going individually, especially in the scoring department? Last time it took him all the way to round 4 of Swiss to get a first goal. Can he get one against BDS as Oscar's trying to lead the charge? And Archie, call it when you see it. He picks up the first one for Oxygen.
It's the wild card, but finally the ace up the sleeve. And what a beautiful setup from Oski. Backboard protected. Convergence from BDS to stop the push. But Oxygen unite for the first goal in game 1. And yes, Oxygen got, I guess, invited to be here, but they are underestimated. Can they earn one of those maybe last spots to go to playoffs? It all depends how much Team BDS are gonna look in this first match. Yes, they're the favorites, but it is day 1.
Well, BDS still have a chance to get going. Exotic air dribble bump, and Oski in a tough spot. Drawley the shot, and it does go in. BDS with a quick equalizer.
Yes, a great response first. It's the dribble towards the net. Drawley grabs the side boost, has Archie in his shadow. Doesn't matter. Oski just had no boost, and that was a shot very close range and very quick that he could not react to in time. That's the aggression you gotta worry about. You gotta stop BDS before they get to that goal line. Now Drawley with a full tank. Oski gonna contest it off the ceiling, but who's gonna follow up with that? It can't be Oski. Archie knows he's beat. Gonna see what Monkey Moon does, running out of boost, trying to go from coast to coast. Now Archie is gonna have to give it to Joyo.
One thing that I'm liking here individually is you you look at a player like Drolly, who again, this is his first world championship as he tries to get one low. And then you look on the other side from Archie, who again, just trying to get involved. Both of them doing excellent in terms of offensive ability here. It's going to be a great series if people who at least had a little bit more pressure on them compared to everybody else on the field are already starting to do a great job here on top of the ball. Both, again, tied up game between Oxygen and Team BDS as we approach that 3-minute mark, and it still could go either way. Both teams trading possession left and right as Archie could have had a chance. It's a great 50 forward. Exotic will pass it to Monkey Moon, and you see Drolly going up. Can he get that follow-up touch? No, Joya will clear it to the side.
Yeah, just not able to get that second touch. Good heads-up play from Joyo, but the press is still on for BDS, and Oski in a dangerous spot, pops it up, buys time. Oxygen assess, BDS in the midfield. No, they got boost. Back pass to Monkey Moon as he advances down the lane, and Oski not only gets the boost, but gets the pitch off the wall, but it goes right to Exotic. You gotta be careful where you force that ball if you're Oxygen. They're sitting and waiting, and Drolly will be pushed away.
Yeah, I like what I saw out of him, though. Still just trying to use the mechanics. He got the flip reset into the 50. This time he's going to be all the way back. Look at that. First touch. He's going to be able to get the follow-up here and tries to send it to the sidewall, but good read on Oski to be able to cut that one away in time. Both teams just trying to take their time with the ball. I say that as Archie just booms that one all the way downfield. Oxygen in a good spot field positionally, and they are trying to keep Team BDS in that back half while they set up some more offensive attacks.
Yeah, we'll see how Oski and Joyo put on some aggression as Exotic is able to break through. Team BDS advance, and they got the boost to work this. Monkey Moon was on the side of the midfield, should have been able to close this and maybe keep the punch going. But this is Oxygen knocking on that door, still a lead 2v1. As now Oski searches for bumps in the net. Archie has time on the ball. Monkey Moon advances, and that's a good clear for BDS.
Still, though, BDS not able to take too much control of the possession. And I do like that, what I'm seeing here out of Oski. Just staying in control of the play on and off the ball. He's done a great job of just being able to be a little bit of an enforcer when need be. Low 50 from him, and then another 50 taken out too. And you see Archie just so quick to get to that. Oxygen still keeping BDS stuck in their own half.
And Charlie's like pulling people in the corner, trying to disallow some of these boosts, and great defense from BDS as Exotic tries to get this out. Joyo will stall the midfield. Monkey Moon layers that. Over 1 minute left. Oxygen's defense will be summoned as Charlie tries to get this to Exotic. A lot of traffic for Exotic to deal with. Has the backflip to get this away from Oski. Now Oxygen lost possession, and can they get some boost going? They can. But how do they take the ball back?
I mean, it's been tough too, especially when you see Oski go with these low boost challenges. He's been still in this orange half, low boost, keeping the ball in play, and either trying to deny boost or just get a bump, something to throw BDS off. Now we finally see BDS with some offensive possession, but how long is it going to last? They have not been able to hold on to the ball, and they can't pass to each other because Oxygen have cut it out every single time.
At least BDS are 15 towards each other, so they're not making this easy for Oxygen. Depending on how this challenge from Joyo goes, the ball goes but right to Oski, forcing Drolly to make a save. And they can't even put the push on the midfield. There's always a 50 from Archie coming in. He's able to steal the boost. Oxygen have all the races in the world. Hand up, Drolly there first. The ball could remain up. Here's Oski, or sorry, Exotic. Oski was on it first. Archie with a shot close. We go to OT game 1.
And Archie has been putting on clinical shots here, just really trying to thin out the defense of Team BDS. Dibble on the play here. We may see something there. Pass to Joyo. Joyo just can't wrap around it, but almost got a follow-up touch. Good 50 from Drolly. BDS needed that as Archie's shot not going to be good enough. Ball will get sent back to the midfield. BDS, though, the counterattacks have not been consistent possession. They've been able to get strong clearances, get the ball out, but they cannot maintain offensive pressure that really makes Oxygen's defense feel like they're trapped or stuck. Oxygen have done a great job passing to each other and moving the ball around the field.
Exotic pushed up too far when Monkey Moon had a good setup off the corner, so Team BDS gotta have that trust, gotta have offensive options. And Oxygen, well, they're low on boost, but they're low straight. To get out of their net, they need to make space, and Team BDS don't have too tight here in this overtime. They control this towards the goes for a shot. Oski reads it well. Exotic there, and it's an open net.
It's in.
Team BDS overcommitted. That's OT for Oxygen.
And well done from Oxygen from that low boost 50 from Oski, and Archie clear follow-up to send it all the way down the field. What resilience. Oxygen Esports, great start here to the series, taking game 1 in OT.
Just really safe plays out of Oxygen, not taking as many risks as I felt like BDS did. I think BDS are used to outscoring so many of their opponents by a lot, and now kind of facing a challenge against Oxygen, an unexpected one. And you look at the score, like Drolley's doing everything on defense, and Team BDS have been trying and haven't been able to score, so now they send all 3 on OT, and that one moment where you thought that BDS were dominating OT, the one moment they slipped up is the knife that Oxygen found in their back.
Absolutely. As you take a look at the Mobile 1 high performance replay, again, this play here, what a read there from Archie to send it all the way downfield, and again, a great start here for Oxygen Esports, just very well done. As we see a player like Archie start off hot so early, this could mean big things for Oxygen for the rest of the series. Team BDS playing defense in the back for so long could come back to hurt them. They really got to figure that out and get out and start playing more offense.
I'm okay with like a heavy defense team as long as it leads to a counterattack. If they want to play reactive, but you can't just sit there forever, as you said.
Yeah, and it also felt like they were overheating a little bit too when they were on the offense, which ended up leading to that goal. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
But you know, we were here yesterday, and I saw Oxygen scrimming players. They know there's a lot of expectations on them as a team that, you know, quote, didn't earn it, but they were invited here, and that's, you gotta respect it. They've been to a major. Yes, they didn't show up. This is the World Championship where everyone is nervous. Oxygen were scrimming late. Joyo dyed his hair green. He knows he has to represent that banner. He got rid of that bandana that he's so well known for, and this is now Oxygen Joy.
Yeah, definitely. Again, getting centered on the desk, it feels like it brings the vibe. I definitely do agree with that too. Oxygen do really see that. From what I've seen, just from them walking around, just so much more happier, uplifted, and it does feel like a completely different tone compared to how they were in London, where again, it was a must perform to get to this stage. And now they're here, they know they're putting the house in. They're just trying to do the best they can. And I mean, like you said, great start, so much offense out of them in game 1. Now the question is, can they keep it up?
It's a bit of an overheat, I think, from both sides. It's just in that game 1 of just this is where we set the tone.
Right.
Where I felt like BDS were trying to be aggressive and just constantly sending cars to the wall. And then as soon as that 50 is lost by Oxygen, then you put a lot of pressure on that early from BDS, where again, Drolley made consistent saves. That's why he had the highest score, I believe. But I don't think we can rely on that. I'd like to see a cleaner offense out of BDS, one that they're obviously known for, but it comes from trust and it comes from just being comfortable on day 1.
Ben Temple is the stage. Here we go. Game number 2. Do we see Team BDS start to change the direction of this series? Well, Oxygen just keep on heating up.
Yeah, Exotic, having no boost, got overwhelmed already, but he's got the assist of the second man. Now Monkey Moon is 50. Joyo breaks through, taking it high. As Exotic will slow it down, Joyo could play this ball closer, but at least he can rely on Oski. And this just bounces in through everybody.
Those challenges from Oski have been so good over the course of the series. He's third man in this play and just so quick to cut the ball away from Drolley. And then, of course, the defense not expecting it. They can't get a read on the play. First goal to Oxygen.
Especially when there's a double commit, 2 people are looking high, and also there's communication. A bounce like that is a little iffy, especially that close. First goal again for Oxygen. Now their defense will be tested. And look, Exotic and Monkey Moon just full send it. That's how they got scored on, just the third man being so extended too. Team BDS are sending house in order to score on Oxygen, and they still get nothing.
Yeah, they're trying to pressure them. You can tell, again, just sending everybody forward, seeing if they can get Oxygen in their back foot. But Oxygen, they don't know that Oxygen are just doing so well playing on low boost. And even, again, I keep saying Oxygen's name because he's been the one who stands out the most, at least in that first game. It's going to be really hard to stop them and try to boost starve them and make them feel uncomfortable if they're already playing on low boost anyways. Team BDS, still, if they're going to send the house, they need to make sure to hit their mark on the shots.
All right, BDS are playing defense, good backboard, and now we're trying to carve their way through that midfield. It's Monkey Moon to Drolley against Oski, just trying to bully their way through. BDS aren't really getting the space they're hoping to fight for. Now Monkey Moon gets the follow-up touch, as now you feed this ball to Oxygen. You play reactive, and BDS just stalling out the ball, but again, not always winning those 50s. This does come out to Drolley and Monkey Moon. Can now take a shot, and only one in there, didn't go through.
And there you go. We're talking about hitting the mark. Monkey Moon, his shooting has always been impeccable. You give him a free shot like that, it's always going to be a tough save, far down and off the hood of Oski's car. Once again, Oxygen starts first, Team BDS come right back with an equalizer.
Oh, this is a ball for Monkey Moon against one in net. Puts it off to the side. Now Oxygen is a midfield for BDS. Early pressure. It's a situation they're used to being in. As Monkey Moon tries to bump in the net. The gaps! The wing is exposed! The BDS up again!
Archie, you could see it. He didn't really expect that bounce off the post, and he got caught with his pants down. Drawley said that he'll take that opportunity every day of the week. Quick 50 for Archie can recover, and just like that, BDS in the lead.
Now a free ball for Oski, and forces Drawley to make the save. Missing. That means Oxygen, the manpower. Where that presence on the ball, just kind of these last second 50s. Now Oski takes the ball high. You saw the boost and tries to bump Drawley out of the way. Archie too far forward. Third man Joyo is summoned. Oski can't even go for the side boost and now giving up space, precious space for Team BDS. And this is where they can be aggressive and they look more confident doing so. They're not just always sending two people after the ball at all times.
Now BDS feel like they're the ones who set the tone here. Just forcing Oxygen back. A little bit of a double commit there. Now Oski and Joyo both forwards. We're seeing them now. Kind of stuck. You see Joyo here with a chance to get past Monkey. Monkey Moon kind of tracked the ball. Joyo gets it back. Oski going this challenge here. What a play.
Synergy on this one. Look how this empties. Right down. Always have someone in the net, but the play comes at you so fast, you just can't react. BDS, I think they've really found their tempo.
Yeah, they are starting to really keep things up here. They're pushing Oxygen back into their own half. Something happens to play like that. I mean, come on. Exotic in the forward position. He makes the trying to see if they can get some disruption here. Will it be enough to come up with a goal? Exotic says no way, as he clears it all the way down the midfield again.
Yeah, BDS have people on all sides. That's still on possession, and they get turned around on them, and now Oxygen are within one.
You see Drawley here, he's trying to turn back, and he just can't reach the ball in time. Thinks it's going in, the bounce out goes straight to Joyo, and it's an open net. 45 seconds to go here. There is still a chance for Oxygen to turn this one around. BDS cannot let this slip out of their fingers.
This is the first slip-up we've seen from Team BDS. Can Oxygen really put salt in the wound to Archie? That bounce off the corner. Oxygen are compact in that corner, so they can't afford to give up another goal. Now Exotic with a full tank. Archie still loses this, even with time on the ball. Drawley to Exotic, it's open!
Team BDS up by 2. I mean, it's a great initial 50 to set it up. And that one just really gets away from Joyo. He's trying to see if he can get that follow-up touch and just not able to. He's last back. BDS taking advantage of the open look. And just like that, they've regained their 2-goal lead as they are smooth sailing to try to tie this series here.
20 seconds for Oxygen to make the move. BDS will tie this series. This knocks down to Joyo. Drawley just really playing passive, playing
like he respects the other team and just waiting to see what they do. Oxygen collide in the air. Joyo and Oski have boots to work with, but Oski can't stop the midfield. Here comes Trolley. With the nail in the coffin, the ball is still up. Joyo has Oski at the front. Exotic gets ready to receive, and it's still up, and RJ at 0 seconds sneaks it through, but it is 0 seconds. It looked cool, though. It looked cool, though.
Great goal to cut the lead to 1.
What if there was 1 second, you know? If there was just 1 more second.
If there
Do
was.
it faster.
There wasn't, though.
Okay.
There wasn't, okay?
You're a hater.
That's it. GG. BDS still end up taking that one. We're tied up here in the series, but it is still a good goal there for Oxygen to score there towards the end. Maybe might give them a little bit of momentum going into game number 3. I mean, you can just tell the approach in this game was just so much better compared to game number 1. They cleared things up. They definitely got out of their half more. Really started to apply the pressure offensively. BDS only had 2 saves that game compared to, I believe, almost 8 in game number 1. Just a completely different team. And every mistake Oxygen made, BDS was able to capitalize. They're much more privy to taking challenges. They're able to read the field a little bit more. They're not playing the game from their own half, and they do figure out, okay, now we know what it takes to get past Oxygen. Let's just stay on the ball. Maybe just play monkey. You didn't have to do it like that.
They pick up like that. Archie Trolley just dodges that. Line too, and once you jump, you're committed. So they catch him nervous or what?
I think again, that's just a great play individually there from Monkey. It's a good start here. Now again, they're keeping up that momentum, especially for the last game. You know, you have, even with that late goal, the TBS still in the front offensively. Now it really is. The little mind games kind of going on as well. Does Joyo go for the ball? Should he not? Is it going to be another low 50? And then you got to watch out for shots like that. Up the game.
Missing some of these challenges too, which is great awareness from Team BDS. It's Oxygen to drive up the ceiling. That puts you out of the play for a few seconds. That's perfect. 3-on-1 series. Barely any time gone by. Brings that ball and Team BDS are now stealing Oxygen in the stabilization. Maybe
players, and it just
I think Oxygen are starting to be more aware that they're losing Husky. They get surrounded by Exotic, who looks like a shark out there, just swimming around his prey. And Oxygen now had multiple things to keep track of now that Team B is adding yet another factor to how lethal their offense has been, at least in this game. Less than 90 seconds. And Oxygen now leading 50 to 50, but not as necessarily generating any threat. If anything, Husky's gonna chase them. And that opens it up for Monkey Moon.
Monkey Moon had no boost on his entire play. Look, he tries to get the corner. He's still at 0. He got a 12 here. But again, it was Exotic with the threat of the demo. It leaves up just enough time for Monkey Moon. He knows he doesn't want to play it low. He has to go for a flip somewhere to the right. And he lands it perfectly. It's just the individual threat because Monkey Moon made the initial change. Go for the bump so hard because he thought Monkey Moon had boost even though he didn't. And now you see another bump play. Drawley again. They're trying to add more and more to the scoreline here. Pass out again. Maybe a chance here for Oxygen to get something on the board. Up, Joyo. Just no chance. He gets the ball in the hood, immediately bumped away, and he has to give up on that possession. One less player in the play. exactly what you want to see from Oxford right out of the gate. Not really giving any opportunities to go around.
And how can you set up Joyo for success? He can't even carry this ball for more than 2 seconds.